But
How about your Steelers? How'd they look
uh,
last week?
alrighty. So Pittsburgh Steelers ended up edging out the Denver Broncos on 27-19. The main thing to come away from this game is the offensive line and Najee Harris finally got it going together. Najee had let's see, he had 25 touches, so he had 23 carries, 2 catches for a total of 144 yards and a touchdown, with 122 of those yards coming on the ground. And Big Ben, he played on the stat sheet. It looks like he played okay with going 15 for 20, throwing 244 yards and 2 touchdowns. But he threw some mallards that could have been intercepted by Alexander Johnson that he just coldly dropped. So I think if Alexander Johnson does pick those balls off, it's a completely different ball game. But you win some, you lose some. Denver lost that one. Teddy Bridgewater, he went 24 for 38, for 268 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Javonte Williams ended up getting 8 carries, 61 yards. He had a massive 49-yard run in the middle of the second quarter. I don't know why they didn't. They just stopped giving him the ball. I mean, they were down by double digits, so I mean, at that point, you just got to abandon the run.
Yeah, you gotta air it out.
Mhm. Cortland Sutton had 7 catches, 120 yards for a touchdown. He had a really nice outing. Uh, Reliable Tim Patrick had 7 catches, 89 yards on 9 targets. And for the Pittsburgh side, Chase Claypool had a monster game for 5 catches, 130 yards and a touchdown, finally getting his first 100-yard game. So it's a lot of firsts on Pittsburgh side. It looks like the offense finally like gotten underneath themselves. I expect one huge loss from this game is Juju, uh, losing him for the rest of the season. It's obviously not a good thing, but I'm optimistic giving James Washington the reps that he has now been wanting, and now he's going to get them.
Yeah, and you guys definitely have the depth at the position. If you were to lose a starter, that would definitely be probably the position that you go with, or not go with, but the one that you can bite the bullet on, I guess.
I'd say you can bite one bullet on it. I mean, I don't know Pittsburgh's wide receiver depth all that well, but getting Washington more catches or more targets is definitely not the worst thing you can have right now.
I mean, the worst part about it is Juju, like for Matt Canada's offense, he does a lot of the pre snap motions that Kansas City runs, that LA runs. Matt Canada does that, but Juju's normally the person that'll go across the line of scrimmage. That's going to be interesting to see who they're going to put in that role, because Juju's normally the one you just give him on the jet sweep and he'll go and get you 5 yards. It just so happens this time he got tattooed by Kareem Jackson and ended up, I think, tearing his shoulder. It was something along those lines.
It's not a good deal. Najee Harris has looked like he's looked like a guy. He looks like a bell cow who can be in the league for a while. I've been really surprised by his ability to catch the ball and get yards afterwards. I expected him to be Derrick Henry-esque in the sense that he's just going to be a power back, hard nosed, run with your head down, and he's really shown. He's reminded me more of like Aaron Jones than really anybody.
Yeah, no, with him coming out and catching, what was it, 14 passes against the Raiders, him tying Christian McCaffrey with the single game catching most catches by a rookie running back, and having with 13 tied up with him. That's just
Yeah, and that says a lot about the Steelers' play calling as well. I don't know if they necessarily trust Ben to make the throws down the field. I think Najee will probably see a lot more of that. Hopefully, that's not how it looks his entire career. It would be nice if at some point the Steelers' offense could get a little bit more vertical and kind of keep teams on their toes rather than teams already know that it's either going to be a short pass or a run, and you can game plan around that much easier than more dynamic offense. Obviously,
Aaron Rodgers wants to come to Pittsburgh. He's already made it clear.
he's alluded to it a couple of times. I would not be surprised.
Pittsburgh just trade all 4 first-round picks for the next year, like first 4 years, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, just trade your future away. Honestly,
For Aaron Rodgers, of course.
I did. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
have
with
to.
Aaron Rodgers, you're set for at least 3 years. I'd say, at least.
My Rams did it for Matthew Stafford. You can do it for Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly.
It's worth it.
That's what I'm saying. We're seeing what Stafford's doing in LA. Why can't we just bring Aaron Rodgers to Pittsburgh and let him see him flourish? Let's see him happy.
I don't know if Chase Claypool is necessarily Devontae though. He's got a little bit more room to grow.